Hello, Professor. This is Jonathan Reyes. In this presentation, I will establish how I apply my knowledge and understanding of two out of six general education competencies, which are information literacy and reading fluency. The first competency I'm going to discuss is information literacy, in which, according to Professor's video lecture, is the ability to determine information needed, the manner the information was accessed, ethically and legally, and if the information was used wisely and properly. To prove my knowledge and understanding of information literacy, I'm going to use my final research paper for my biology class. The purpose of this paper is to establish the connection of functions between two organ systems. My introduction reads, the human body is made of trillions of cells that all work together for the maintenance of the entire body. The human body is like a job. You have to do a million things to make it through the day. Each body system contributes in maintaining homeostasis, and no system works in isolation, meaning a disruption of one system can lead for the other system to fail. The body uses 11 systems to do all of those jobs, and each has separate functions, but few of them have to work together to complete each of their function. The two body systems that interrelate with each other are the respiratory system and cardiovascular system. In this paragraph, my purpose was to establish the connection of organ systems, mainly the respiratory and cardiovascular system, and outline how their main functions can affect each other. This research paper is 10 pages long, and I just wanted to include a paragraph that detailed the interrelation of respiratory and cardiovascular system, transitioning from one system to another. The body paragraph reads, after the respiratory system achieves its function to attain oxygen through inhalation, the cardiovascular system picks up the job of delivering the blood that has the proper nutrients and oxygen to the rest of the body system. The cardiovascular system, if not, has the most extensive functions of the other system. The cardiovascular system, also called circulation system, is the combined function of heart, blood, and blood vessels to carry the oxygen and nutrients to organs and tissues, and also carry away waste products. Ireland, page 234. The center of the cardiovascular system is the heart. It has four chambers that pump and dispense blood to the arteries, then carries the oxygenated blood and nutrients to the body tissues. Cardiovascular is divided into two pathways, pulmonary and systemic circulation. Each circulation has a distinctive and unique functions that make up the overall function of the cardiovascular system. Boundless.com. As you can see in this paragraph, I included information from course textbook and online sources and cited it properly according to MLA format. To further prove and solidify my knowledge of information literacy, I attached a separate page to demonstrate my ability in using different forms of resources such as peer-reviewed journals, research studies, and my course textbook to validate my points and my position in writing this paper. The second competency I'm going to discuss is reading fluency, in which, according to Professor's video lecture, is the ability to evaluate the message's significance and its relevance, and the ability to explain the message explicitly with supporting elements from the text. For this competency, I'm going to use a paper I wrote for English 112 course. My introduction paragraph reads, in Robert Hayden's Those Winter Sundays, the speaker tells a story about a memory of his father, who endured physical pain for his family. The poem begins with the voice of a child hating his father, but ending in a regretful tone. The readers may look at this simply about a child rehashing a dark memory from his past, but analyzing it deeply shows the sentiment of unconditional love of a parent to a child. The various elements of a poem help to support this theme. In this paragraph, I outline the speaker's position and the background of the poem. To show my ability in understanding the significance of message in the text, I will read the highlighted paragraph. The second stanza focuses on the speaker himself. The author uses words cold splintering, breaking, follows the boy getting up after the house is already warm, and dressing slowly, in contrast to the father's morning routine. Metaphorically speaking, the cold represents the absence of the affection within the family, and the son stating cold, splintering, breaking, only after the father warms up the house, referring that the father is somehow trying to show love, but the child does not understand it. With the addition of personification in the line, fearing the chronic angers of the house, gives the readers the idea that the anger releases by the family become the walls of their home. The author's using metaphor and personification in this stanza creates the feeling that the child is clueless and therefore cannot appreciate the father's gesture as a symbol of love. The third and the final stanza captures the guilt and the tone of regret. The line, speaking indifferently to him, records the harshness of the child towards the father, followed by who had driven out the cold. Highlights the disappointing tone of the speaker towards his action. Furthermore, the repetition of "What did I know?" adds to the bitterness as the child now realizes his father's self-sacrifice. The author uses of repetition in this stanza clearly pinpoint the father's pain and suffering that the child did not understand before, the speaker currently feeling the sadness for his inability to comprehend his father's act in the past. As you can see, in this paragraph, I use words from the poem such as cold splintering, breaking, in portraying the relationship between father and son. In conclusion, I have proven my knowledge and understanding of information literacy and reading fluency through papers I have written for biology and English course I have taken. I have established and solidified my knowledge by using different forms of resources and using information I have gathered to back up the position I have taken in writing these papers. I have done this in an appropriate manner and followed the guidelines for the sole purpose of these essays. Thank you for watching.